Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I am going to show and discuss how we handle IFrame by using the Selenium WebDriver and Python. Okay, so let's first understand what is the issue we are getting with the frame and why we need to handle this. Here you can see there is a one application, right, where we have some content that is coming under the iframe. Okay, so there are two elements. So first, this is text. I am going to read this text by using Selenium, and second thing, I will enter the text here. So for this we have h3. Let me attack. Let me create element locator. So I am creating here CSS selector. Let me add here code to get the text. We'll call driver.find element py dot CSS selector as the CSS selector value here. Okay. Then I can use here text method. This method will return the value. So I can store here in a content variable. So let me print this so that we can show I am able to get the content here. Next, if we need to enter the some value here, then let me capture the locator of this element. So we have id, right? Copy the id, right? This is the body. Copy this and go to the here code. Call again driver.find element by.id. This is the id of editor. Store in element. Then using this element we can use send keys method to send the value in the editor, like testing. If we want to clean the input box, we can also call the clear method, which will clean. Now let me run and you will see the first it will get the content, but in second case it will fail. Let me run. Now it's waiting the locator to appear on the page, right? Now I am getting here no such element, unable to locate the element, this element. So here Selenium is not able to find the element, this one. Why it's not able to find out here? Because the element, this editor box is coming under the iframe. How we know this is iframe or not? So if I scroll in the source code, you can see there is a iframe. This locator is coming under the iframe. It has a separate DOM structure, document object model. You can see it started from HTML code here. So this is separate, and this HTML, this DOM is coming into the main DOM. So main DOM is HTML. DOM started here. So when Selenium started looking the element of this iframe content, then in that case it will not parse and go to the find locator under this DOM. It is looking the elements outside of the DOM. You can understand this by some diagram. Like we have one DOM, this we can consider main DOM. Okay, within DOM we have another DOM, one more document object model. So this is DOM 1. So one DOM within another DOM. So if initially we are using Selenium to find the locator here, right? So it will search the locators only within the outer DOM here. Selenium look the locator only here. It will not go to the search locator under here. So in first case, you can see this locator is available outside of the inner DOM but within the outer DOM. That's why we are able to get the text. In second case, this is available under the DOM here at this location. Here this is available, but Selenium is looking this element outside of the DOM. That's why we are getting element is not found exception. But if we want to get the locators, find the locators of it inner DOM, then we need to move the control under this area. We need to move under this area. So how we switch the Selenium control from outer DOM, main DOM to the iframe DOM. How we switch. So for that we can use driver dot switch to, then there is a method frame. Here we can pass index number as well as the frame ID, name and web element. Three things we can pass. So let's see. Here we have iframe. So iframe has one ID. This ID we can pass to switch the control within here. So let me pass this ID here directly and run the test. Now you will see output. It will enter also the text into the input field. Now you can see testing is entered here and test is passed. Once we switch the Selenium into the inner DOM, into the DOM, like iframe content, right? So now if we try to find the locator outside of the DOM, let's see what will happen. So again, I am trying to read the content which are available outside of this DOM. Here, this is not the inner DOM. This element is available outside of inner DOM, means this is available under the main DOM. So our control is under the DOM 1, right? Not in main DOM. So let's see Selenium can find the locators which are available under the main DOM or not. So now let me run again. Yeah, testing entered. You can see error here for the selector example, right? So why this is getting error? Because your control is within the inner DOM. Now if we want to return back to the main DOM, then we need to call here driver dot switch to dot parent frame. So it will return back from the child to the parent label. So here, if you can see here, so this inner DOM is the child of the main DOM. So if we say DOM1, parent is main DOM. So your control will return back again within the main DOM by using driver.switch to parent method. Let me run and I will show here. Yeah, working. Now here you can see the text what we read here. So hope this will clear how we switch and why we need to switch in the frame. Okay, one more things. If we are at a front end, how we know our content is available under the iframe or not. So first of all, if you right click, you can see we are getting view page source only. But if I right click here, you can see I am getting view page source as well as the view frame source and reload frames. Two new options I am getting here. So these two, if we are getting, it means our element is available under the iframe. Then in that case, you need to handle iframe. How we handle the iframe? We need to switch iframe by using the driver.switch to frame if we want to perform any actions on the element which is available under the iframe. So this is the one way we can pass directly the ID of the frame to switch here. Other options also we can apply, right? Suppose that we don't have ID here, so in that case we can check also if there is a name iframe name attribute, we can pass the name attribute value also. But suppose that if there is a not ID, there is no name, so we can apply also the web element object. So we can create a locator of iframe, like here I am creating the slash iframe. We can pass some other attribute also, we have multiples iframe to create generic locators uniquely. So now how we use this, let me show you. Here we can pass directly Webelement object of iframe. So I need to call here driver dot find element by dot id. This is xpath, so I need to use xpath and then xpath value. Okay, so let me run and you will see this time also it will switch by using the wave element of the iframe. Yeah, working. So here you can see we can switch by using the name or id, means we can pass here as a string. Second option, we can pass here as a wave element object of the iframe. Third, we can pass the index number of iframe. Suppose that there are multiple iframes are available, right? There is one iframe and second iframe is also, both are same labels, means both iframe are as a sibling. So in that case, we can use the index number, and first frame index start 0, second frame index is 1. So if we want to switch on first frame, so just pass the index number. So you can see here now it switched by using iframe and enter the text. Okay, so sometimes we have also nested frames. So basically the nested frames are the frame which is within another iframe. So let me show some example how we switch on the nested frame, how we handle the nested frames. So let me comment this and navigate the URL and get here, and let me comment this. Okay, so if we go here, right click, you can see view frame source, view page. Here we are also getting, here we are also getting. It means all these are coming under the iframe, these elements. So let me show how the frame are structured here. So this is one frame, this is second frame, this is the bottom frame, this is the top frame, right? If I expand this here, you will get multiple iframes. There are three iframes, 1, 2, 3. So these are looks like this. This is frame 1 and this is frame 2. Both are as a sibling. Like I'm considering this is DOM 2. 1, 2, 3. Three iframes are available under the DOM 1. So this is DOM 3. Suppose that we can consider 4 or child DOM 1, 2, DOM 3, right? So now if we want to switch on the child DOM here, then initially our control is in the main DOM, so we need to switch first into the DOM 1. So let's switch in the DOM 1. So for that we can capture the locator of the iframe, top iframe. So it has a name, so directly we can use this name to switch into the iframe. It has name, directly we can use this name to switch into the first frame. So let's switch. Find element, dot switch to dot frame and pass the here the name. Then again we need to switch into the inner frame, right? Suppose that here left iframe, in the first frame if we want to switch. So frame name, we can pass this here, switch on next left frame. So if we want to get, like, suppose that text which are available under here, the find element by dot id. So this is the text, right? So we can check get by using the tag name body. So here we can call the tag name body text left frame content. Print this. Okay. So now our control is, after switching, control is available under the here under the child DOM1. Now if we want to get the text of child DOM2, then first of all I return back to the DOM1. Okay. First I need to return back into the DOM1, then I will switch on the child DOM. So how we do that? So here we are in the child left child 1. So we can return back. So we can call here driver dot switch to dot frame dot switch to parent. Okay, it will move the control in the parent. Again call the driver dot switch to dot frame. So now I am going to switch the second child frame. So in that case we need to use the second iframe name. This is the middle iframe. Its said name is middle. So pass the middle value. Okay, now my control is under the second iframe. This is the middle iframe right here within the DOM child 2. Okay, so now if I will call again here to find the element, so this element is also, text is also coming directly in the div. So let's use the content id. So driver dot find element by dot id and then dot text. So it will retrieve the text from the middle panel. So this is left panel and this is the middle frame text. Middle frame. Okay, print this. Now again, if I want to go to the next iframe, means iframe child third, this is the right iframe. So first I need to return back from the DOM2 to the DOM1 and then move to the child DOM3. So let's again call the driver dot switch to parent. It will return back the control to the parent and then switch to the frame third. This is the name of the frame. Copy this and paste here. Okay, now again we can read the text from the right frame. So this is right frame. Continue. Let's see what is the locator we can create here. This is the body again, right? So we can use here dot tag name, tag is body, and this is the id in caps. So we can print this. Now where is our control? Our control is under the child 3, right? Now if we want to return back to the DOM1, we can call the driver dot switch to parent. If we directly want to return back to the main content, so there is no need to return back two times, DOM3 parent to DOM1, DOM1 parent to name, main DOM. What we can do, there is a method driver dot switch to dot default content. We can use this direct and it will move to the main content from any label of the childs. Now, if I want to go into the bottom frame, so because our control is now on the top main content, so this is again name here available. We can use driver.switch to frame, pass this frame name. Okay, so now let's get the text which are available here. Body. So here is the body tag name. We can call directly this text. Pass the body tag name and this is the bottom frame content. Okay, so when we are using driver.switch to default contents, it's move the control directly from main content. Now if I want to switch into the DOM3, right, means bottom DOM, so we can call here the methods driver.switch to bottom frame ID name. This is the name we can pass and then get the text. So let me run the code and you will see. Here test execution done and you can see the output left, middle, right, bottom. All the text we are able to retrieve by using switching the iframe. Hope this tutorial will helpful how we switch into the iframe, how we handle the iframes as well as the nested iframes in using the Selenium and Python. Okay, if you like the tutorial, please subscribe the channels, click on the bell icon so that you can get latest notification of the videos and click on the like button and also share this tutorial to your friends and colleagues. Thanks for watching the video.